his sponsor. Oakley's an extreme lifestyle sports brand that was founded back in 1975, making handsets for motorcycles. Now watch Jason as he pulls up and goes into a double pirouette, tumbling the aircraft. Nose to tail and tail for nose to ground. Jason knows now. He goes to the smallest loop in the world. Watch this. Watch it, watch it. How about that? How about a big round of applause? The airplane is only 18 feet long. It's 19 foot 6-inch wingspan.
That thing is badass.
And it's 1,180 pounds. Power to weight ratio. Maximum performance aileron roll goes to 2-point to a 4-point roll and puts it right back upright. Experiencing 9 G's on that. He goes into the outside, spiraling. Oh boy, there's a tumble. Watch him cap it off. Point it right back down at the ground. This guy is a G monster.
He's a G monster.
Now over the top. Outside. With an outside 1/2 Cuban 8 with those 2.5 snaps. He'll extend to the right-hand side of the box and pull back on the stick in a bone-crushing 10G turn. Goes to the outside, negative 5 G's on the outside turn. Way down at the right-hand side of the box, he goes into a sliding knife edge climb. Now let's watch him as he comes down low, using all the speed he can, a maximum 300 miles per hour as he goes into a knife edge flight. And the airspeed propeller, up he goes. Watch him slow down. Gravity will win here, but not until Jason decides, I'm going to swap in real quick. And turns it right back around. Now, let's go live to the cockpit. Say hello to our man, Jason. And I got you loud and clear, Jason. Boy, you're ringing it out today. Looks like you got good air, and you were doing a heck of a job in the Oakley Viper.
I'll tell you, we had a heck of a summer here, and Texas couldn't ask for a better day for an air show. We were joking earlier. The famous saying, Houston, we have a problem. Well, we got no problem today. What a great day. Hello, everybody down there. Thank you very much for coming out and supporting the show. Everything that CAF does, and all the organizers. What a great bunch of guys. We'll cool the engine off a little bit here, get the cylinders down below 400 degrees, and then I'm going to come back in and give you a torque roll.
All right, very good, Jason. Nice job, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, so we can hear you, give him a huge round of applause, everybody.
Yeah.
Hear that, partner?
Got you loud and clear.
Have at it, buddy. Cooling the engine down as he does his rolls on the down line. The torque roll's coming up next. He'll get to the show center. He'll pull back, experiencing about 9 times the pull of gravity. Watch him as he starts the airplane rolling to the left. He does it. Maximum performance rolls over 360 degrees a second. As he slows down, he'll turn off the smoke. Now watch. The engine makes the aircraft continue to turn in that opposite and equal direction. And reaction as the controls are now reversed. He's now backed up about 300 feet, still in control of the torque roll. Watch him swap in. That is excellent flying. I hope you'll give him a huge round of applause. Now let's see if he's got enough energy to do the double Immelman. There's one. It's a half a loop and a half a roll. And he goes outside for the second Immelman, climbing now to 1,500, almost 2,000 feet above the ground, and slows it down. Now watch him put it into a flat spin. The airplane's not flying now, it's falling. They call this the death spiral, but he'll bring it down to about 600 feet. And and then he'll pull right on out of it. There he is. The unrecoverable, but in this case, totally recoverable. Look at those rules. You and I, ladies and gentlemen, we've been losing our lunch right about now. Snap rolls on the 45-degree upline. He'll slow it down. Watch him to bring it back around for the next part of the program. He's going to do what is known as a centrifuge. Now he's just having fun in his reversal. Now he'll let gravity do its work. He'll dive down, pick up all the speed necessary, and watch as he sets up for what we call the centrifuge. Oh, just feet off the deck. Tell you what, he's going to snap roll it across the top. 2.5 times. Now he's going to push through with the inside-outside loop with one hand. A negative G maneuver with all the forces in the world just trying to throw him out of the cockpit. It feels like there's a vice on his head when he does those outside maneuvers. Oh my gosh. And continues to direct fire and enemy aircraft even after a bullet passes through his thigh. He refuses to leave his comrades, refuses to leave the battle. There are also stories of irony. As word of the extended devastation reaches Washington, the country is stunned. Later that day, President Franklin Roosevelt addresses a shocked nation.
Whoa.
A finish which will live very carefully. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph so often lost.
Wow.
Makes its way back to the waiting carrier, and the Japanese ships begin their long journey back to Japan. The attack lasted only 120 minutes, but American bases lay in ruins. Don't look out on the devastation. 8 battleships, 3 cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 4 auxiliary ships. 18 ships in all lay foundering in the oil-covered waters of Pearl Harbor. More than 350 aircraft stand broken or completely destroyed. In reality, America's Pacific Fleet has essentially ceased to exist. But most horrific, 3500 Americans lay dead or wounded in what remains of Pearl Harbor and the Hickam Air Force Base. The Japanese lost 29 planes and less than 200 men. The Army and Navy spent the rest of the day attending to the wounded and putting out fires. The Arizona alone burns for 3 days. Yes, President Roosevelt issued a call to arms, and America listened. No one expected the surprise attack that fateful day. America was not ready for war, but America responded. America pulled together, and America was victorious. Young men joined the armed forces to defend this nation, and women took their place in factories working long, hard hours to energize industry. Families rationed food and gasoline and many other items, sacrificing their own needs for the good of a nation. Liberty Guards sprung up around the country so food could be sent to troops abroad. An entire nation refused to give in, refused to quit, refused to allow the 17 bombers would take off from their bases in Great Britain, form up over the English Channel, and head for targets in Germany or Romania. Fighters were doing cover, accompanying the bombers as far as they could to stave off the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force fighters, the Messerschmitt, BF-109s, and the Focke-Wulf FW-190. 5 or 6 airmen in a B-25 naval bomber. 10 men in a B-17 or a B-24. The B-17 Flying Fortress first flew in 1939. Excuse me, in 1935. And word has it that 12,731 were built. Boeing was the main designer of the aircraft. Douglas Aircraft and also Lockheed Aircraft also built B-17s under license. More than 47,000 U.S. Air Force, 8 Air Force crew members died in the daylight raids over Germany. 47,000. Early in the war, during those daylight raids, the fighters did not have enough fuel to accompany the bombers all the way to the target area, wait for the bombers to deliver their bombs on target, and then escort them back home.
That's awesome, man.
And particularly, because of the flak, the anti-aircraft fire that was directed at these bombers, which were bombs that exploded in air and sent pieces of flaming hot metal in all directions, which would go through the skins of these B-17s and B-24s and B-25s, that it would cripple many of these aircraft, shoot and kill many crew members aboard them. Well, later on in the war, a disposable drop tank for fuel was designed that could be carried aboard the fighters to extend their endurance, their time around the target, and greatly increase the survivability of those bombers. If, at some point, those fighters saw targets of opportunity on the ground, they could dive in and use their 50 caliber machine guns to destroy targets on the ground. Now, as we watch the fighters go by, they'll come in from the right once again. The aircraft diving in first is the P-47 Thunderbolt, built by Republic Aircraft with a 2,500 horsepower radial engine built by Pratt & Whitney on the nose. Listen to the sound of the radial engine. Compare that to the sound of the Rolls-Royce designed Merlin engine that was built in great numbers by the Packard Motor Car Company. and the Allison-built V12 engine in the B-40 Warhawk. Continued. Japan had to keep more and more of its aircraft home for homeland defense and could not project that power into the Pacific battles. And during the latter part of the war, B-29s were able to come over Japan and bomb targets with incendiary bombs and really begin to weaken the Japanese resolve to make war. The B-29's engines were Wright engines by the Wright Engine Company. Yes, and if you think Wright, Wilbur and Orville Wright, yep, that same company. Each of the engines on the B-25, the B-29 generated 2,200 horsepower, giving it a maximum speed of over 350 miles per hour. That the noise of the B-25 bomber's engine is louder than that of the B-17 because of the short exhaust stacks. And you can hear it especially on takeoff. It's a way more noisy airplane than a B-17 is. We have Thunderbird. And from the Commemorative Air Force, we have the second B-17 coming through.
Yeah.
In the B-17, Jim Hahn and Jim Sullivan are the pilot and co-pilot. That is the Thunderbird from Lone Star. In the B-25, the Doolittle Raiders from Lone Star, Paul and Evangelista and Pat McBride. In the B-51 from Lone Star, Charles and Tuna Hainline. The B-47 flown by Steve Hibbett, and the F-4U Corsair flown today by Dan Blanchard. The B-25 Betty's Dream is from the Texas Flying Legends. It's flown by Alan Miller and Freddie Carnevale.
Yeah, the big one.
Thanks to Chris Griffiths and all the folks at the Texas Flying Legends for being here. From the B-29, Paul Stoikoff is the pilot. Ole Nygren is the co-pilot. Flight engineer Brad Pilgrim. The left scanner, John Flynn. The right scanner is Stu Williams. And operating the auxiliary power unit is Larry Pop.
Awesome.
The Texas Raiders B-17. Buddy Cooksey's the pilot. He's from Mansfield, Texas. Walt Thompson is the co-pilot of the Texas Raiders B-17. He's from Weatherford, Texas. Howard Fletcher from Houston is the flight engineer. The scanner, Ben Anderson from Houston. The other scanner is Don Price from Houston. And though we didn't get the B-24 Liberator launched today, Tom Travis... as he prepares to demonstrate the low altitude, high-speed capability of the F-16. As he passes show center, as he travels over the current 50 miles per hour.
Damn, man.
Demonstrating its exceptional rolling maneuverability. And now it's Ryder in the truck. And a dogfight the ability to turn on its route. Watch now from the right as Major Corgan shows you just how exceptional the F-16 is in a 9G turn. As shows center will make sharply and accelerate as aircraft forward by turn, pressing his body into the sequence of 9 times. And a 360, F-16 has a turn radius of less than 14 feet.
Did all that.
Dude just fucking around over here.